Alright gang, welcome to Lobsterclawz Recovery. We are going to do an unboxing, which I don't normally do, but I think that the time has come to step in another direction with cameras, and we're going to be looking at the Insta360 X3. I had started to open it and I'm like, you know what, I really should do an unboxing because I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in what's in the box and general comments. And I will show you what this is. This is the kit. Now, this kit, it contains one camera, a 128 gigabyte SD card, and has the selfie stick. And this is the cover for, yeah, that's a much better picture. That's the cover for the lens. And I would caution you, at all costs, you must keep that lens covered when not in use, and you must protect it always, okay? So, why is that? Well, scratches are going to appear on your photos or your video if you don't be careful. So they do make protective covers, sort of like what you would put on a cell phone screen. You guys can try those. I'll use the plastic cover and a lot of caution. And we're gonna have to see how this goes for workflow out in the field and exactly how it's going to be utilized. And that would be a sort of an organization secret for the moment, because I have some ideas how to implement, and I'll keep that under my hat and you will see that come out in the videos. So like I said, I started to pull the tab off, but nothing's out of the box. So that's the camera. And they give you a variety of things in here. You get the camera, you get the charging cable, you get the protective pouch. They do have a pouch. They give you a lens cloth to clean it. And yeah, by the way, don't clean it with your nasty t-shirt or something, because that's the quick way to scratch it. You're going to get swirly marks in the lens if you clean it with your t-shirt. You have to be wicked careful. Treat it like any photography lens. And so if you want to know how to treat it, find yourself a YouTube video on just that, cleaning camera lenses. All right. So this is a 5.7 360 capture. It's got a 4K single lens mode. And I know you guys can read, so I think it's really cool that it does a 76 megapixel 360 photo. It also does active HDR in video, and you can get photos out of it like that too. The selfie stick tends to disappear when you're in 360 mode using their software, and there is not only a cell phone version of the software for quick in the field edits, but also something for the workstation that is more complicated, and complicated wouldn't be the word. I would say more options. Yeah. Okay. It has a horizon lock. It is waterproof to 10 meters. There is a strong recommendation that you use the underwater case if you do think you're going to film in 360, because you the back lens and the front lens will not stitch together correctly because of what water does to light. Okay, that diffraction is going to mess up the stitching between the front and the rear lens. Now, if you only use the front lens, it should be a lot better, and I would encourage you to experiment. So here we go, and we will be back in just a moment when I get the knife out and get this off, and then we'll get to the next phase. All right, gang, we're back, and come on. There Okay. So it's pretty well protected. Nothing protected it from being outside for hours outside of my house, but because Amazon left it out front. And you got to be careful to make sure you get your packages off your porch so you don't get pirated by porch pirates. Okay? This is heavier than you think. It feels really dense. We're going to compare this with the cell phone, and you guys can get an idea. It's, you put it in the corner, you get a pretty good idea. What's the point of that? Well, everybody wants to know how big it is. So now you know. There is a cover, a lens cover on it from the factory. It needs to come off. Do not leave it on thinking you're going to protect the lens with that. All you're going to get are distorted photos. It is not worthy of that. So they are telling you here that telling you a bunch of stuff. Let me read it. It is really small print. For those of you who did not know what it said or couldn't read it, it just simply says put the SD card in before you try to film, because it's not going to work. So the SD card is simply behind this battery. There is, where my nail is, right there. That is the SD card slot. So the label on the SD card is face up when you put it in. And the cautionary tale here, and I'll tell you from, let's see, from my DJI Osmo Action camera, is that when you put this in, listen carefully. Okay, you hear the click. Now observe the red on the right and observe no red on the left. Well, that's not good enough for underwater. See it disappear with a little bit more force? If you think you're going to hurt the camera by applying sufficient force to put the battery in until the red tabs disappear, you are mistaken. That is how it's designed. This is for the charger. Okay? Now, you must treat that latch the same as the other ones. Right now, that's red. You see that? Boy, will you be sorry if you go underwater with it like that. So, I would be pushing it down a couple of times until you're darn sure that it's closed. All right? All right. Now this thing mounts to anything via when I say anything in the camera world is it's a 1/4 inch by 20 count threaded hole, okay? And so you're gonna mount all kinds of accessories on that camera, and I'll give you some ideas. I'll be back. Before we get into that 1/4 inch by 20 count thread mounting hole, which is extremely relevant. This is a microphone right there. That's a microphone right there. There's a microphone right there between the buttons, and there's another microphone there. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm working on it. And I'm gonna make a plug for a book that is available on Amazon for about 10 bucks. And I'm going to get that to you before the end of the video, and it'll be probably in the notes, but it'll definitely be at the end of the video. And it's a complete how-to on this camera. Okay, so on this, it says, do not remove the speaker cover. So let's look underneath this. So that is the microphone at the top. That's the speaker cover. So if somebody says something in a video and you want to hear what they say, by just quickly reviewing the video. That's through where you're going to hear what they say. Okay, it's a speaker. All right, time to fiddle around with the mount. Now this mount, mind you, I have a DJI Osmo Action, and a lot of people who are watching this have cameras already, and so they're going to have accessories. So as you can see, look what now you have. Now I can take this straight away and I can mount it to my diving mask, and I'm going to show you that. If you guys want to know, I can show you things like that, but I'm going to see what kind of feedback we get on this video. All right, so what do you want to know? I'll tell you one thing you want to know. If your subject is on that table, the front lens better be pointing at the table. Don't point it like this, don't point it like this, and don't point it like this. It's not going to be good. And if you don't want to create problems for yourself. So just like a straight camera, typical camera, like, you know, with a 50mm lens, like the old-fashioned camera, same as the DJI, make sure the lens is pointed at the subject. You can either use the front lens or you can use the back lens and you get 360. And so if you stick it on a stick, like a selfie stick, and we're going to look at that in a hot second, you end up with some pretty cool video, some really cool video. All right, so this comes off. All right. Let's see what else is in the magic box. Okay. All right. I put it like that because it's easier for me to get my fingers around it. So this is the selfie stick. Now I have another one of these that is 3.3 meters long, 10 feet. And I bought it for the DJI Osmo Action camera, and I don't know, I'm not exactly optimistic that it's gonna work because but it might. So this is the selfie stick, okay? And you could see my fat fingers on this and how big that is in diameter. Here's like the lowest part of it, and my nail is smaller than the stick. I would say that the base is about 9/10 of an inch in diameter. That is not a full inch, I assure you. And in case you can't see it, here's the mount. So what do you have here? Well, let's say hypothetically you have a mount with a 3M adhesive and you stick that other end of this mounted on your motorcycle helmet. Now look what you got, okay? So, and don't be dumb, don't extend it like 10 feet in the air. You'll end up ripping it off on the next bridge you go under. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the selfie stick I already have, and we're gonna see comparison. All right, gang. So this is a really good selfie stick. It's called Mighty Selfie Stick. I don't remember exactly how much it was. You've got one of these type of mounts, and you could hypothetically mount that other piece I showed you, wherever the heck that went. This piece that's on the end of this selfie stick, you can mount it here and then mount it to the camera, like all that. So let's just take this off. And let's play the comparison game. Definitely bigger on the left. So Mighty Selfie Stick is fatter selfie stick. So is it too fat? Well, I don't know, but I got news for you. Before I let loose of $90 on a 10-foot long selfie stick made by those people, I'm gonna try this one. So if you have a selfie stick, just try it. What do you got to lose? Just don't do it on a mission critical day when you're gonna go film something you'll never see again, like that. Be smart and just go out in a test run, okay? So, all right, well, this video is not going to be the turn on and all that. I just want you guys to see the unboxing, get some ideas. I'll show you one more thing you'll want to see. So, I was thinking I wasn't going to put it in a video, but I think I will. Okay, so this is a package full of stuff. Well, what's in the package? Well, this is what they call the motorcycle accessory kit. Funny enough, it's made for the DJI Osmo Action, but honest to God, it doesn't matter. So use your head, know that there is cross-compatibility between these cameras and their accessories. All right, so let's open the bag. We have something else in the box. I've got to fetch it. But I'm going to take a moment and show you all of this. Bag full of stuff. This is cool. This is an extender that basically you're mounting here and you're mounting here. And if you had a motorcycle helmet on or something like that, it will raise the camera, you know, a good 6 inches above your helmet. Okay, so there's that. That's how long it is. I'd say that's about 5 inches or so. I think that's pretty cool. You get a bunch of screws. You get a bunch of mounts. All kinds of neat stuff. We're gonna go through. I have a lot of gear. I have gear to mount cameras to cars. Some pretty high-end stuff. Expensive stuff. And this is for motorcycles, they say, and you can see it on my big fat hands. Okay. Now this is like a gimbal, but okay, let me see. This is your mount. Well, guess what else this could mount to? A metal detector shaft, right? So you could do that, and that's your giveaway. Would I do that? I don't know. I have to tell you, I'm a little nervous about getting the camera too close to the action, because God help me if I bump it with the whatchamacallit, the beach scoop. That scoop doesn't know the difference between anything. So here you've got these sort of like craters in either end. And I'll show you the magic here. So the kit, you get this in there, and then you tighten this down. So you're going to crank this down. But once you got it positioned, you see it doesn't move. Right? That's pretty cool. There's one at the other end. They give you another one of those balls, like the ball that's here, and it's got the 1/4 inch by 20 screw. Okay, and you guys are gonna get to learn that mount real well. But you get all kinds of mounts, and I think it's a pretty good kit. I think it was like $35, and I think it's definitely worth it. So let's get this junk out of sight, out of mind. They make these bins. They're not bins. They're more like, if you had a bunch of screws and a bunch of nails and you wanted to organize them, I think they call them like caddies or something like that. You can get them at Home Depot or Lowe's, like that. And this is actually a bag of adhesives. They're made by 3M. They work really well. They work so well that you better know what you're doing where you put it. Be sure, okay? So, and whatever you're going to stick it to, make sure you clean it with alcohol first. That's the lens cap. I'm just going to rip it open like the monster in the cage would rip it open. So, because honest to God, I don't feel like going through all the nonsense. Whee! Right, that goes over there. Ooh, it's not plastic. I thought it was plastic. I thought, wow, how long is it going to be before it... This actually scratches the lens. Hello, I am a lens cover. Yes, it's a lens cover, and it's like rubbery. It's pretty cool. Caution, do not put this on the lens unless you're damn sure the lens is clean. There's a number of ways to do that, and one of them I think is in my camera bag that I have from my 35 millimeter, and that's a bulb. Now the lens bulbs will like blow the air out of the bulb, like out of the tip, and it could blow the sand off the lens. You're gonna have to be really careful. So fine, take it in the field. This is an action camera. It's made for the field. But if you think you're gonna take a shortcut on how you handle this camera, I have sad news for you. You cannot, because it will go poorly. I bought an extended warranty on this, slash, like that, you see? That's what it looks like it's on. I haven't seen any pictures of it with it on. It's snug, but I remind you that you better make sure the lens is clean. And I would also caution you that after a day out at the beach, you should wash this under cold water and make sure there's no sand in it. Let it dry in the air, okay? So, haven't seen that tip anywhere either. I just made it up. There are accessories under here to allow you to charge the phone. Let's get all this garbage out of the way. Magic. Through the magic of video, it's going to disappear. All right, gang. So let's look at the other end of the box. We're going to put that there gently. I can be not gentle, let's just say, because I get too, I move too fast for my own good sometimes. So what's in here? This is a charging cable. I wouldn't even bother taking it out if you have like 7 of them hooked up to your charger on the wall. This, because like who cares? Because it's just another charger, and the cord is short. So, okay, more garbage to toss. Now this is a nice soft cover. Like scuba boots, neoprene, right? Like that. But again, you are warned to make sure that the lenses are clean before you slide something like this over it, and make sure that this is clean. I would, matter of fact, keep this in a Ziploc bag, and I wouldn't even put it on the camera until you got off the beach and you were absolutely positive that the lenses were free of sand and any other type of grit, okay? I don't know how else to tell you. Take one shortcut and it's gonna be doom, okay? Because you'll see the scratches in your videos. So please don't do that. All right, boys and girls, it is time to end this installment. I will show you other aspects of the camera when I get into it, and I can act and speak more intelligently on it. It's a very good camera. This kit, which in case you didn't catch, is the Vlogger kit, was about, I don't know, $470, something like that. I thought it was a pretty good package deal. You have to decide what you want. I suggest that you get the selfie stick. You need it. You need this. Hello, you need me. Don't leave me. I need to be bought from Amazon. If you don't buy it, I think it could be a regret. Keep something on you to keep that lens clean. I think that the camera bulb is a good idea because it won't let grit in, and you could use it to blow off the surface. All right, free of grit. So anyway, all right. Thank you for visiting Lobsterclawz Recovery. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know this is an unusual video for this channel, but I think it could be good for those of you who are looking for a step up from what you're currently operating for your video cameras. This takes amazing still shots too. And for those of you that live in really awesome places where other people might want to see your, even your photos, don't forget that you can still shot those. You can grab them out of videos and you can sell them to a variety of organizations that will buy your photos. And these are very high res. They will blow up to poster size and be very sharp even still. Okay, so that's it. Okay, bye. Thank you.